we're almost live on YouTube, and most importantly, we're here together in real life. There's a lot of love in this room. There's a lot of funny people. I'm happy to be here. I'm Sam. I'm your host tonight. I want to give it up for Jason Ham, our producer tonight. Let's give it up for him. CC Treza over here. Ryan Langston, helping out with social media, helping out with my classes, helping out with everything. And of course, I need to shout out Sunda Krinquist for Faces on the Wall and in all of our hearts. But right now it's in New York. And we miss it. Come back. She's coming back. Don't worry. It's just me that's worried. How's everybody doing? Great? This is such a fantastic evening. Okay, so a few things I wanted to go over. So if you're performing, you get 10 minutes. We have a new light. What? And it looks like that when you have 2 minutes. It looks like that when you're done. Okay. If it starts changing colors, you need to leave. You gotta, if something's wrong. You know, people are like, why is it purple? I'm like, because nothing's adding up. You know, when in doubt, you're done. No. But we're all here to have fun. I've been doing stand-up for a little while now, but this really does feel like the first time. I don't know why I feel like I'm at Temple. I don't know why I feel like where am I right now? Not at my parents' house. I spent like 18 hours there the other day, and that'll really change you. You know, when your mom just calls and is like, we just need to sit down and talk. And I was like, I saw you yesterday for 18 hours of that day. My mom's crazy. She flipped somebody off in the car, this lady. And then I was like, oh my God, I'm staring at the red light. I'm like, am I done? I'm done already? No, she flips off this lady and she starts like chasing her. Not chasing her, they're both in vehicle. I don't drive, can you tell? They're both in vehicle, and my mom's like, I don't want to go home. I don't want this crazy lady to know where I live. So she went to the fire department. Like, that's just like my mom. I drink some spoiled chocolate milk. She calls the fire department. She'll call the fire department though, and it's just never been a fire. Come on in. Welcome to you. I Get Funky, featuring Will Cable. Sometimes when you walk into School of Comedy, I'll say your full name upon entry. And that comes with the $10 and is included with the new Venmo fee. Shout out, Zell. Apps have messed me up real bad. Apps, I'm done. You know, like I'm up to the app with the app. Like I'm give me the meal. I'm done with this app. You know, I'm done with the update. Don't I sound old? I tried to go on a date the other day. And thank you so much, everyone. What does that mean? A room full of men are like, yeah, we're drunk, get her out. He doesn't have any sisters, guys. Calm down. No. But it was weird because I was doing this. I was like, I covered the weather real quick. I was like, it's not raining. The place is nice. I was like, I'm a freaking amateur. It was the worst crowd work I've ever seen. And I work at an open mic. It just felt like that. I was like, can I start over? I was like, where is the light? Where is the light? My roommate and I did this thing where we both went on dates at the same place, and we pretended not to know each other. All that really happened is that like we took selfies in the bathroom, and then I heard them say, my roommate, no, she's terrified of vagina. And I was like, what am I hearing right now? What am I hearing? I'm queer. Yeah, it's a word. I'm making all these. It's so funny. Well, that's a word that upsets gay and straight people the same, especially bisexual people, which are most of the people in my life. I remember when I shaved my head, and my dad's like, "So, you're a lesbian now." Like I caught it. You know what I mean? Just out with the hair and with the. I don't even know. That was a crazy time. That's also crazy going on a first date. It's like, I really got to tell you about me. Like, that's wild. You know? I did a few bits, I'll be honest. I got bored. I was like, I got not bored. I like bored of myself. I was like, you want to hear this crazy story? But no, like it didn't, I mean, it was whatever. But, shout out apps. I'm just not, it's hard dating, because I met somebody, right, and he's like,
yeah, I'm looking for a new place to live. This is a different person I met. And I'm like, what does that mean? Like, where do you live right now? Like, that's not what I want to know where you're going to live in 3 months. Where do you live right now? You know? And it's like, you can't come from NorCal to SoCal and live in a hostel. Like, that's not... You're 28! What are you talking about? Tried a lot of dates with a lot of people whose names are adjectives. That one's a hard one. That one never... It's just like... I don't know. An adjective spelled wrong. I'm like, it's not, I don't know, but I do love a one-word name. Speaking of one-word names, I'm Sam. Who's ready to hear our first comedian of the night? Can I have some Bobby fucking Peterson, please?
Bobby.
That was crazy.
Bobby. That was super white.
Let us begin. All right, bow our heads. Let's go. It wasn't a fucking joke. Let's pray. I am Bobby fucking Peterson.
Yeah.
That's always fucking weird. I hate attention. Why am I here then? So I don't fucking kill myself, that's why. Nah, I won't do it. Too much work. I'll just live. No, sorry. How's everyone doing? Shit. So, I like to tell people I'm pimping a midget when I'm running a little behind. Yeah. Shit. I don't know. I'm a self-diagnosed alien amongst humanity. It's fucking, I don't know. I wake up in the morning feeling like there's something about mankind that's worth saving. Like every superhero, but I go to bed like a supervillain. Like it's me or them. Someone's got to go. No. Yeah, if I didn't do it in high school, it's too late now. Lenny knows. Nah, I could never. But no, every day walking like through the halls, every day from I think it was 4th period to 5th period, same Guatemalan kid. Every day, you gonna do it today? I'm like, nah, I'll let you know. Like every day, just because I wore a Slipknot sweater and I had my hair like gelled down all like, yeah, it was embarrassing. Yeah, I had straight hair, so like, when I was little, and I started gelling it down, and it got curly, and so I had these little like weird curls. I don't know. This isn't part of my act. I'm just remembering shit. But yeah, they thought I was gonna be, because Columbine happened when I was in like 12th grade, I think. No, 9th grade. I don't know. But it happened when I was in high school, and people didn't look at me the same after that. But I couldn't. There's no way I could have shot up the school. I was too busy hiding boners. Right? Right? Yeah. I couldn't hide a gun. I was, yeah. The only thing I was shooting was like fucking pre-jack. Oh man, these are jokes I haven't told in a long time. This is fun. All right. Yeah, but like, I'm like, I could be an evil genius, but I'm not evil. Like, I wasn't abused or anything as a child. Like, I wish I was molested or something. It would have been like, I would have been infamous by now, is what, at least. Like, you'd know who I was. Yeah, there'd be a few less short redheaded women in the world, but you'd know who the fuck Bobby is. No, no, that's a serial killer joke. It doesn't hit usually with anybody but Lenny. No. Wow. School shoot. Oh, I did. I'm coming out with an energy drink, Reload, for the active shooter. You know, it's hard to stay active. Now in Sandia Hook watermelon. The Spanish for watermelon, Sandia. Yeah. This guy gets it. He doesn't. I don't know about you. I'm just having fun right now. I don't know what I'm doing. I smoke too much. Well, I don't smoke. I vape too much THC. It makes me. Yeah. It's different than smoking weed. Like, I forget what I'm doing half the time. Like, and it's like, I don't know, they say weed's not addictive, but like when you're smoking like a gram in like 2 days, like it's a lot of fucking weed. Yeah, I gotta stop that. Like, I don't know, I haven't been very creative lately. But enough about me. How's everybody doing? I guess I'm throwing a festival. I've been told I am. Mike has volunteered, hopefully, to help me because he speaks Castro. I don't know. But we're gonna have basically what we did at my house.
Yeah.
But at the park.
Yeah.
Yeah. Open mic comedy show. Hopefully I can get some people to show art. And I don't know if we're allowed to actually be there, but fuck it, we're doing it. No permits. We don't need to use. I'm gonna buy a battery pack, like a battery generator, so we can plug shit in. I don't know. It's just low budget. I love it. Yeah. Punk fucking rock. Wow. I got a lot of time, I feel like. Like, no light yet? That's crazy. I'm starting to get comfortable at this, and that sucks. Like, I'm ready to get out of this relationship.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Comfort. Like, I don't know what to do anymore. Those books, people like those books. It's fun, if you're familiar. I've done a lot of different things. I did magic at one point. Pulled a condom out of my mouth. I don't know. Comedy's weird. Yeah. I did it here. I did it at Fanatic. I did it in front of a cast member from Orange is the New Black. Yeah, she was right here. She was amazed. That's a highlight of my comedy career right there. Yeah. It is fun comedy. You're all here. This is crazy because literally 2 days ago I was here and it was just Ryan, Jason, and Sam and chairs. Yeah. And I bombed hard. But but I don't know, tonight feels like it made up for it. Everyone showed up. We got Lenny and Mike back. Haven't seen them here in a while. That's good shit. Some new faces. I'm done. I'm Bobby fucking Peterson. At Bobby fucking Peterson on Instagram.
Give it up for Bobby fucking Peterson, everybody. Stay tuned for that festival. Dude, we all need to get out more. We all need to go to the park. I know that about us. I don't go to the park. What was I going to say about weed vapes? I mean, vaping itself is just so awesome. It's everywhere all the time. I don't know. People are like, kids are doing it in high school. I was like, that was me, yeah. I know, it sucks, but like, can we just hang? Can we be chill? People are like, are you pro-vax or anti-vax? I'm like, I want to know about vape. During the pandemic, if somebody let you hit their vape, that was like, but by the way, about vaping in here, like, we're trying to do it more outside. Oh my God, that's crazy, I said it. But I'm working on it too, no, listen. But when people would let you do that during the pandemic, I mean, that was like, I was like, damn. Like, and can you go to the doctor and get tested? Be like, I just hit a vape. I don't know. I'll say one really quick thing. One time I went to the urgent care for something, and they're like, what are you here for? And it's bad. I'm like writing on the back and stuff. It was like I was giving her too much, where I was, when I'm like telling her the whole story about how I'm feeling, whatever. And I see her, I'm like sitting in the waiting room, and she props the clipboard up against the wall to read it, but again. And I was like, should I just leave? And she basically told me to go just to Target. There's probably more details there that are needed. But I'm going to bring up somebody who hasn't been here in a long time. I know we all miss him. Who's ready for the comedy of Mike Moody, everybody?
How you guys doing? You guys good? Yeah. How you guys feel? It's good, right? Yeah. Shit, the arm reach. Good. It's Friday. The week wasn't that kind to you as you thought it was gonna be, right? What's the school? I don't know. It's cool, man. I've been just like paying attention to the news. I've been like paying attention to the world. It's cool. I was watching this stuff about the Epstein list. You guys saw the Epstein list stuff happen? Yeah, Epstein list, right? It was a big deal, right? That's cool. They said that Stephen Hawking was on the Epstein list. You guys saw that? There's not a lot of bad things to say. There's a lot of bad things to say about the Epstein list, but the only thing that's good is that it was handicap accessible. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You walk into the bathroom and you see them low ceilings. You're like, is that for him? Or the children? I don't know. Just trying to get that stuff together. It's crazy. It's weird. It's wild. Wild place. We're in a wild place. It's cool. Talk about the wild place. We're in a wild place. Anybody go to church when they were young? Oh, a whole bunch of rich white people. No, I don't know shit about Jesus. I never needed them. Anyway. No, it's just interesting. Like, black church for us is different. Black people going to church, and not like just black people, but people going to church and needing church was like a big deal to us. You know what I mean? Like, church is like cool. Like, you know what I mean? Church is cool now. It used to be an outcast to be a Christian. Now, being a Christian is like really fucking cool. Like, it's cool as shit. You know what I mean? It's weird. Your pastor will walk around. He'd be a weirdo. But now he's like a cool guy. You know what I mean? Like, now he has like a Balenciaga hoodie and shit. He can tell you if your Jordans are fake. You know what I mean? He's a cool ass guy. I just think that's interesting to me. I don't know why. It's just interesting. I don't know. It's just interesting. You know what I mean? How they talk about God lately. It's interesting. Daddy God. You know what I mean? Like, say stuff. You want to get back in touch with Daddy God? Like, it's a very interesting way to talk about God. I don't know. It's weird. God is like kind of freaky now. You know what I mean? Like, God is kind of freaky. He's a kind of a freaky guy. Like, God is like, you're empty, and God wants to fill you up, and you can tell your friends about him. You're like, God damn, man, God sounds kind of freaky. And once you tell your friends about how you're filled up, you'll tell your friends about how you're filled up about him. I don't know who turned the Old Testament into 50 Shades of Grey, but that's what's happening. Jesus is freaky. It is. I used to go back. I was in black church. I'm from the South, so like black church is just gay. That's different. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's just gay. It's a little bit gay. You know what I mean? talking to my friends, like we just would just sit there and watch church BK. I remember when I was really young, my cousin and my aunt used to go to this church, and then like the choir would come in, and then they would just like start doing whatever they wanted to do. But I don't know if you know about old school church, but old school church is like in the South is like the choir would come in, they would walk down the aisle, and then they would like sit in the back to like have like, you know what I mean, start singing because they were the choir. You know what I mean? So I went to this church that my cousin used to go to, and like we were sitting there, and they came down the aisle. These niggas was like voguing down the aisle. I was like, this is gay. This nigga dipped. He dipped. You know what I mean? He dipped. The church can't be homophobic. That's what I feel like. Not the black church. It just can't happen. It just can't be homophobic. I don't know. It just can't be. We're just open. You know what I mean? You like the black church. Black church would play Medea. I don't know if you guys know that. We used to play Medea. Oh no, this shit's crazy. And everybody talks about like homophobia and like the world and like gay stuff happening. I'm not trying to be funny, I'm just saying. But like, it's weird. You can't be homophobic in a black church. You know what I mean? Like the only time like a black parent allows their kid to be like the only time like a black person will allow their kid to be around gay shit would be watching like a Tyler Perry movie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's weird. It's a weird thing to bring up and be like, hey, we don't like this here. This is weird. That's where we are. It's just where we were. It's a weird moment. Anybody read, has anybody in this room read 48 Laws of Power?
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay. It's cool. It's a good book. It's about like using these 48 laws that were created by this guy to advance yourself in business or the world or the people around you. But I really feel like the 49th law of power would be reminding people that you read the book and they haven't. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let's make something all these slaves out here. They just, I like you. You've read the book. Let's just be a good person. It's weird. That's where we are now. Who wants to be the smartest person in the room? Thank you. Who said that? What'd you say? What'd you say? What'd you say?
Ryan Benson.
Oh, God. All right. I'm not going to do that right now.
He's not doing a great job.
Jesus Christ. Damn, you getting fucked up. You didn't need to have help me. You don't help me. Don't help me. Don't help me if it's gonna be this hard. It's weird. The world is falling apart, man. It's weird. I've been dating. It's cool. I started dating this chick that's a doctor. Yeah. I told my friends about it, and they're like, "Yo, you gonna tell her you broke?" And I was like, "What?" No, you gotta tell her you're broke. You know what I mean? Like, it made me feel weird. It made me feel weird, like, my friends reminded me that I was broke was like I had an STD. You know what I mean? Like, the sooner you tell her, the better, my nigga. She needs to know. She deserves the truth. I'm like, it's weird. Oh, it's just weird, bro. We're in a weird world. It's a world. The world's weird. Y'all like this? Like this? Y'all like the way it is right now? Finances suck. You know what I mean? I know it sucks. Not just for me, but like people around me. Like, I live in a house in Culver City, and my landlord, he's struggling, and I enjoy helping him, but also it feels weird to help him. It's not a lot of niggas that look like me walking through Culver City doing manual labor. It's very hard. You know what I mean? So I have a new persona, like when I hang out. Like when I'm working, I have a new persona. Like, my new persona doesn't speak to anybody that knows them. You know what I mean? I'm just doing manual labor. And I don't respond even if they say something directly to me. I act like I don't know English. I'm very Mexican in Culver City right now. I just want you guys. Shit's very like, yo, you wanna clean the bathrooms? See? I don't know. It's weird, man. I don't know. You guys see the stuff that happened to Diddy?
Yeah.
I don't know if the white people understand. Diddy having stuff happen in his house is like Epstein Island for niggas. Like, it's a big deal. You know what I mean? It's a big deal because everybody's there. We're like, what the fuck? Everybody's just like trying to figure it out. It's scary. It's a scary place to be. I don't know. It's weird, man. The world's just like falling apart. I like it though. Like just to see it happen. I don't know. You guys play Fortnite? I play Fortnite a lot. It's good, man. I like Fortnite. I like Fortnite a lot. It's fun. Fortnite is the only time when like a white kid calls you nigga and it's cute. You know what I mean? Like he's like, all right, cool. Let's go ahead and make some money. I don't know. It's weird. It's just really fucking weird. Let's make some money. Oh, we have a president. You guys like the president? Y'all vote for him again? Can't vote for him again. He can't speak. I wouldn't let Joe Biden like manager a fucking Dollar General. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and the Dollar Generals are shitty. Like, you know what I mean? They're very shitty. This guy's running the country. He's treating the country like a Dollar General.
Oh, fuck.
You feel that shit, don't you? It's weird. Thank you. That's all I have to say about it. Thank you.
Put up for Max Mooney, everybody! Okay, this next comedian, I don't think I've ever met him, but I'm excited that I'm about to meet him on his stage debut for me right now. Give it up for Bruno Strauss. Let's do it! Welcome back.
All right, LA School of Comedy. First time here. Good to be here. So a couple years ago, I lost some baby carrots in my fridge, and I found them last week. They're toddler carrots now. I have a lot of new responsibilities. So my sister and I went camping earlier this year during a snowstorm, and unfortunately she ended up getting frostbite. She's not doing too hot. And while we were camping, like in the distance, I saw a bear, and I didn't have any pots and pans to bang together, so I had to play dead by autoerotic asphyxiation. Luckily, I already had the noose around my neck and an erection. All right. I just got the new Fleshlight shoes, and you know, it makes me think that socks are a lot like condoms, you know. Yeah, if you don't wear one, it smells a lot more. Easier to get sores. And if there's a hole in one, I'll still use it. I don't get that term shit-eating grin. Whenever I consume feces, I tend to frown. So blood oranges, any of you guys like blood oranges? I like blood oranges, but I don't like the name, you know. Who wants to eat a food with a human fluid? Who wants to eat, food with the name of a human fluid in it? Not me. Makes me think of like, what's the next food that's going to be named after a human fluid? The cum mango, urine lemon, cream of discharge soup. It's disgusting, you know. I don't like answering personal questions when people ask me like, how old are you? How much do you make? How much do you weigh? So what I like to do is I like to say, I'm 800,000 seconds old, I weigh 80,000 grams, and I make 100,000 pennies per month. If you're so damn interested, you do the math. They never do. All right, so I have a hard out tonight at 8 o'clock. My semi-hard out is 6:45, and my flaccid is 6:30. So anyone could remind me of the time later. A pixel is worth 1,000 letters. I'm a hitchhiker. I like to hike to the top of giant piles of that movie Hitch on DVD. They're located in landfills across America. That's how I get my exercise. So I don't know if any of you guys have heard this. There's a new NBA player, and he's Jewish. Yeah. He's really good, but the only thing is he takes a lot of cheap shots. You know? And he loves free throws. But I'm allowed to say that, you know, my dad is Jewish and really cheap. So don't cancel me. Before I married and before I was married, on dates I would get really nervous, and by the end of the date I would always like end up putting my foot in my mouth. The dates actually ended up going really well though, because putting my foot in my mouth is my fetish. Tastes really good. So there's all these different kinds of Aryans, you know. You got vegetarians, fruitarians, pescatarians. My wife is a dairy-arian because she mostly eats dairy. Personally, I'm a derriere-arian because I mostly eat her ass. Her derriere. And Jeffrey Dahmer, you know, he was a African-American Aryan, an Aryan Aryan, and an Asian Aryan. I do not recommend those diets. A lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck right now. Maybe even some of you. Not me, though. I live direct deposit to direct deposit. Gotta set up your banking stuff. I just got a new job. It's a remote job. Selling remote controls over Zoom. So a lot of guys refer to their penis as their third leg, which, you know, I'm not that big a fan of because it makes me imagine what pants would look like if there really was a third pant leg, like dangling out of the front, waving in the wind, you know. I don't like that visual. And I knew a guy once who had this condition called diphtheria, where it's you have two penises. And, you know, imagine what pants would look like for that guy with two little pant legs hanging out of the front. You know, at that point you're basically like a centaur or a Sagittarius with a fourth leg. And any history buffs in here may know that King Henry VIII's wife Anne had 3 breasts, so which would be perfect if you had diphtheria. I live my life by one motto, which is live a little, because living a lot is more work. I'm a lazy guy. All right. Click it or ticket. It's a law that rhymes. And I think it's a good thing because it's super easy to remember. So I've come up with some of my own laws that rhyme, and I hope they're implemented into our legal system very soon. If you rape a whale, you're going to jail. Murder with a hammer, you're going to the slammer. Jizz in my hair, electric chair. Fuck my wife, 25 to life. Steal my stamp collection, lethal injection. Skateboard on the sidewalk, electrocute your cock. Some of you guys in here look like you may enjoy that last one. I think Abraham Lincoln should have been an actor instead of the president, because he had a great headshot. Toga parties in ancient Rome must have been incredible, you know. Or maybe they just dressed up as college students from 1978. I don't know. So, yeah, I got fired from my remote job, and I got a new job as a branch manager at a tree cutting company. I'm also the stump manager, but I'm not the leaves manager. That guy's an asshole. Shit, I forgot what that joke is. All right. They're opening up a Martin Luther King Jr. college. Yeah. And I really want to go because no one will know that it's a junior college. I studied abroad in college. Thank you. I studied abroad in college, yeah. named Sylvia Plath. She was pretty good. So my wife and I, we've been trying to get pregnant, but it turns out I've been shooting blanks. And I don't know if any of you know this, but while an actual bullet doesn't exit the gun, at close range it still can permanently damage your wife, make her unable to have kids. So I screwed up. I hate small talk, you know. I get really uncomfortable with small talk. And, you know, they just always go on about how Hugh Grant was cast as an Oompa Loompa in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And they're always like, you should call us dwarves, not midgets. You know, I hate small talk. Yeah. So a couple years ago, I got a massage for the first time. And at the end, I was offered a happy ending, but I declined because I had a wife. And so I went for the blowjob instead. My wife is Jewish, you know, she doesn't like giving blowjobs. And I tell her, like, what's the big deal? It's like putting a banana in your mouth, except it's a different color. But actually, you know, as I get older, it is starting to look like a banana. You know, it's starting to have black spots, has a yellowish hue, and there's like always a fruit fly nearby. So I have a friend, he's a big motorcycle guy, loves vintage motorcycles. He just got a 69 Yamaha, cost him an arm and a leg after the accident. Double amputation. All right, thank you so much. That's been my time.
Give it up for Bruno, everybody. That was crazy. No, is everyone good? You're good? Okay. You're fine? How's everybody doing right now? Good?
Yeah.
You said Jewish girls like giving high. I just started laughing, so it was like really crazy. I was watching somebody do stand up on TikTok, and there were like people in the front, and every time somebody would say something, they would be like, "Oh, I have a friend like just like that," and I'm like, "That's how you know." It's like, "Good job, nice to meet you." Give it up for Bruno. I just love that. The silly, whatever. Anyways, okay, who's ready for our next comic? I miss him so much. We're the only open mic. We got 10 minutes, but we'll get you in and out of here. You know what I mean. You know what I mean, Will Cable. Okay, Lenny McKenzie, come on up here. Welcome back. Good to see you. Give it up for his poem. Come on.
Yeah. My poem.
My pony, my little pony. How's everyone doing tonight? Yeah. Alright. Half of you don't know me. My name is Lenny McKenzie.
Yeah.
Yeah. 93 people. I graduated high school recently. I had a lot of fun in high school. Mostly because I look like a school shooter. When the principal thinks you're a school shooter, you own the fucking school. You know what I mean? I got to do whatever the fuck I wanted to do. He'd be like, "You're late today." I was like, "Am I? Would you rather have one kid not be here or all them?" That was fucked up though. I got called a school shooter a lot in high school. It was mean, bro. I got called that by teachers. Like I had teachers calling me that. It's just mean. It violates the code of conduct. It's like, why? Why do you think I'm a school shooter? And they're all like, "Come on. You're poor, you're miserable, you're lonely. Nobody likes or respects you." Yeesh. Like those don't sound like the symptoms of a school shooter. They sound like the symptoms of a school teacher. I feel like someone's projecting just a little. Speaking of projecting, I'm in a lot of I'm in college now. Thank you. I didn't think I'd go either, but like there a lot of like college professors are really like privileged white people. You know what I mean? And it's like a lot of like privileged white people that want to tell you how racist you are and how you don't have any black friends really. And it's like, I feel like someone's projecting just a little bit, you know what I mean? Like they're like, listen, I grew up with no black people around. I had no black friends. And you need to understand how racist you are and how you don't really have any black friends. And even if you do have black friends, you're still a racist because you have racist thoughts inside. And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like someone's projecting just a little bit. You know what I mean? You're still uncomfortable around black people deep down. It's like, all right, that didn't land. I hate professors is the point I'm trying to make. Like they really, the more I pay for college, the more I become convinced that college was just created to fuck with poor people. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like I'm paying for the premium version of my education. You know what I mean? I don't like feeling like I'm paying for education plus. Like it just kind of fucks me up. You know what I mean? It's like Netflix, except for it determines the course of your life. Like it's and it's thousands of dollars. Thank you, one person. They always make you wear like school uniforms and shit like that too. You know what I mean? I never liked those. I know there's like a debate around them. I never liked them at all because like once again it still just kind of fucks with poor people when you gotta like pay more money for shitty overpriced clothes you don't really want. And people will make the argument like, oh, it's to help the poor kids feel like they're not so poor or something, or not feel as bad about being poor. And this might be an unpopular opinion, but I want poor kids to feel bad about being poor. You know what I mean? Like they shouldn't hear me out. They shouldn't feel comfortable being poor. You know what I mean? Like they gotta like. I want to teach them that life sucks like right before they graduate so they can get a head start. Because if you're poor, it's, you know what I mean? You don't need that head start. What else did I want to talk about? I moved out of the house at 18. Felt like it was kind of old. Like that's... When you're jerking off in your childhood bedroom, you've been one place too long. You know what I mean? You stayed a little bit too long. Like I felt 14 would be more appropriate. But it was hard. I'm not gonna lie. It was hard for me at 18 because I didn't have anywhere to go if I was homeless. You know what I mean? And I was only a couple paychecks away from being that. But my mom wouldn't take me in. You know what I mean? She doesn't like homeless people. I was like, please, Mom, please. And she's like, no, I can't have homeless people living here. My kids live here. And I was like, God damn. I was very neglected as a child. I was, thank you. I know you're all surprised to hear that. I didn't know how to wash my dick till I was like 16. Like it was a problem. It's a true story, Bobby. Okay, I was raised by a single mother. I didn't know that penises could be washed. Like that's really funny when you haven't gone through it as a mother. But it was messed up. Oh, it hurt so bad, Bobby. It stank and hurt so fucking bad. Like I had a rough childhood. But yeah, I was like truly and sincerely and severely neglected. In case I haven't stressed that enough. It was fun. It was even worse as like a little kid. You know what I mean? Like as a little kid, I used to think that Muslim women were ninjas. You know what I mean? Like that's really bad, bro. Like I just see a Muslim lady and I'd be like, teach me ninja skills. That was not, yeah. That's bad, but I didn't wash my dick for like 15 years, and I kind of feel like that's worse. You know what I mean? Just like worse for my health, because Muslims aren't violent at all. I don't know why you're laughing at that. You messed up, bro. What else did I have? You guys ready for some edgy humor? Fuck yeah. I don't like, as an American taxpayer, like I don't like paying taxes for Israel to defend itself. You know what I mean? Like that's like Not because of their treatment of Palestinians or whatever the fuck. Just like you can't be losing to motherfuckers that throw rocks. All right, that's just sad, bro. Like I know Jews aren't the most athletic typically, but like you gotta do something, bro. I don't want to give you money for that. Like they're poor, bro. You can't be losing to the poorest would-be nation on earth. That's just sad, bro. That's like America losing to Puerto Rico. Like that's like you can't do that shit, bro. That's messed up. Palestine's kind of like the Puerto Rico of like Israel, in terms of like it's part of the country but not really, and it's like way poorer than the other parts. And like every time something bad happens there, we're like, hey, I mean that's not really part of our country. You know what I mean? Like it's like people, you know, when like Puerto Rico got hit by the hurricane, they wanted relief, or we're like, you know, they fly the same flag, but like we don't. That's not us, really. I mean, they still gotta do what we tell them to do, but like they don't. They want to be their own thing. That's just. They don't get our support. All right, a lot of Puerto Ricans in here. Shine them out, everybody. What the fuck else did I have? I'm kind of a fan of the president after saying all that. Not for the reasons like most people think, but like I respect him a little, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to be working any job when I'm fucking 82, bro. He's the hardest job on earth. Like he's gonna die in office. You want to spend your last years being president? That shit's like I gotta respect that a little, you know what I mean? Like I don't expect very much from the president. I don't think the president's really gonna like do any good for the country. You know what I mean? I don't think they can. Like they only got like 4 to 8 years. You know what I mean? And people hate them like within a year. You know what I mean? Like people. But 4 to 8 years is not enough time to change a country. You know what I mean? It's not enough time to make a better country. I'm sorry, it's just not. You know what I mean? 4 to 8 years isn't long enough to make GTA 6. It's not gonna be long enough to fucking make a better country, bro. Like I don't know how to tell you that shit. Fuck else did I have? Thank you. You guys like racist jokes? Oh shit, I'm sorry. I don't have any. That's I don't have any was the point. Thank you all very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Give it up for Lenny, everybody! I'll never forget the day that Lenny's like one of my close friends. Like, give it up for Lenny. I love that one so funny. I love you guys. My tone doesn't sound like this. One night I was here and I just looked at the wall and I talked to it for 20 seconds to try as a bit. I don't know. I'm really experimental up here. We good? Okay. I remember because sometimes my parents watch the live streams, and my dad was like, "Oh my God, I love Lenny." Like he's like Lenny's like biggest fan, and I introduced them, and he was like, "Lenny with the rape joke," and I was like, "Dad, whoa, whoa." He's got a lot of jokes. It's not. I was like, that's crazy. Sometimes my dad, he would answer the door. He'd be like, "Welcome, welcome." Like he'd pretend he was a vampire. Like he'd be like, "If you went there," then like whatever. And then my little sister had a friend who like her dad was Russian. Like the dad was picking her up, and he did the accent, and then the dad said hello, and that was like actually his accent. It was just like that. Like what happened there? But I'm so excited for the next. Ooh. I'm so excited. I am ecstatic. I'm in that chair. I'm waiting. Y'all are waiting. You're not ready. Sean Tagnus, come up here. Woo!
Oh, what's up? What's up? How we doing? I've come to the realization, I say, get fucked way too much. It's just become second nature. And sometimes it's not even like they didn't even deserve it. You know, I was pulling out of a parking structure the other day, And essentially, this lady is like right by the exit. She wants to back up. I'm like, okay, I'll back up. I back up a good amount. Give her enough room. Another gentleman backs up 10 times more than he needed to. That was his decision. All right. So when it's time to leave, I start going because he's in Narnia right now. He's so far back. There was no need to do what he did. And he starts to vocalize to me like, hey, I was that. And I just like, get fucked, buddy. And I see this guy has stickers all over his car because I turn left and he turns right. And I see all the stickers. Vietnam veteran. Like, should at least start with welcome home before we get fucked. I have a buddy, his name is, here's what I noticed. If you have a buddy and he tutors, or you know anyone that tutors and you get a tutor, you can't just refer a tutor to someone else. Because if they're marginally a little stupider than you, they're going to have a completely different experience with this tutor. 10% more stupid, 20% you hate this tutor. It's a problem. So, English isn't his first language, but he's great at math. It's a common theme across many cultures. However, he helped me with my SMC math entry test. I refer him to someone else for the same test. That person calls me and says, why would you ever refer me this man? And then I was like, oh, that's crazy. Let me call him, get his side of events. And he's like, yeah, I tell him how to do it. And then I get mad. I tell him, I just tell you how to do this. And my friend goes, dude, why are you yelling? He said, in Thailand, when they teach you and they yell, you learn better. This is genuinely the exact quote. And he told me, too, for full compliment. He's like, yeah, I told him, you learn better this way. He's like, yeah, well, in America, we just get sad. And now we don't want to learn it anymore. Like, oh, it's crazy. I didn't have a good experience with home. I loved him. He was really good. Have you ever met his roommate, Balls Deep? And he goes, there's no way that's his name. That's his government name. It's Ball Deep, singular. It's Ball Deep. And like, but he was always introduced as Balls Deep. Hey, Sean, this Balls Deep. And then you just hear in the back, Balls Deep. Like a very slight correction. But like it was not the same volume as this is Balls Deep. Balls Deep. And just from the back of the room, from the back of the classroom, Ball Deep. One time he called him out on it. He was like, it's Ball Deep, singular. And he was like, we call you Balls Deep, make fun of you better. He didn't tell him that. Actually, I have no clue where Balls Deep is, but is living in San Fran. Works in robotics, very smart. You ever have a friend that just is, he asks all the wrong questions, you know? Like, I remember I sent a photo of a girl, she just had a baby, and she was, we went to high school with her, she's holding the baby, very cute photo. I sent it, and I figured he's probably going to ask, like, who's the dad? Because, like, it was someone who went to a different school. But yes, where'd she get a baby? Like, that wasn't even one of the questions I thought you might even possibly ask. Where did she get a baby? Same guy. I was at a restaurant once. We heard a baby crying. I think he just doesn't understand them at all as an enigma. And he said, what is that? It was very clearly, sir, it's a baby. A baby what? That sounds insane. I don't know what I'm hearing. Human baby? Are you dipping it in oil? Why does it sound like that? That's crazy. Sounds hot. I once went out with a dating coach by accident. Went to high school with her, ran into her at a bar, got her number. I was like, let's go out, we'll have a good time, blah, blah, blah. Boom. Have a great time. All right? Next day, I see her on my TikTok, People You May Know. She's a dating coach, and not only does she go on a lot of dates, she gives every single date a rating 1 to 10. Now, I think I smashed this, guys. So I'm telling my friends, I'm like, guys, bro, follow this page. All right, fucking new episode. It's got to be about me, right? It was just last night. Like, unless there's other ones in the pre-log, I don't know. But, guys, watch. I see the video. Immediately, I'm like, guys, don't watch. There's, There's actually no need at all. I'll summarize it for you fully accurately. Basically, she gives me a 6 out of 10. And one of the problems is that when I took her to go watch the Lakers in a box, by the way, because I used to get that perk with my job, fucking wasted the last ticket on her. Insane. Disgusting. She said, I had a problem with the fact that he admitted he went on a date the week before. You're giving my date a score as you get ready for a date in this TikTok right now. Also, do you think those Laker players just pulled up to the arena and just started shooting? No, they warmed up, they stretched, they got ready for it. I did the same. And she was like, well, I didn't say it was bad. I was like, 6 out of 10. If I do my best, like, I'm not getting any better of a grade than this. If I do any better, like, if I get a 6 out of 10 on the essay I tried my hardest from, like, I'm not trying hard. I'm dropping the class. They're very much similar. Anyways, the night I met her, funny enough, she had a friend, and her friend was, like, hanging off my friend at the bar the whole night. I'm like, oh, dude, next day, did you go home with her? She's like, no, you wouldn't believe it. She left me because some guys started talking to her, and she comes back to me and goes, those guys are brothers. And they said, one of them said, do you want to come back to my apartment and have a threesome with me and my brother? And I'm like, that's an insane sales pitch. I don't even know what kind of script you're going off if it goes that direction. I don't know what you do. And he's like, I know. But she said, yeah, that idea thrills me. And she went back with them. I'm like, well, it's not even fair. It's 2v1. So nothing you could have really done. I later found out from her friend she did not fuck either of them because one of them backed out of the plan. And she said, it's both of you or none of you. That's a woman that stands on business. It's a modern whore. Like, dude, like, that's not admirable. Like, if you're a guy, it's kind of admirable. I hate to say it. It's like, oh, okay, we were like willing to sacrifice. My old roommate borrowed my cast iron skillet the other night. He was like, can I borrow this? I have a date. Like, why do you need this for a date? He's like, bro, I promise you, I cook for a girl. She's gonna fuck me. I'm like, dude, I thought you could only roofie liquids. I didn't even know science has progressed to this part. He was an engineering major, though, so it makes sense. If someone would figure out a way, it'd be him. I think referees get a lot of hate, but it's a hard job, genuinely. Like, I couldn't do it. Like, nowadays, it's just like, traveling. How's that a travel? I just gathered in Tuesday. It's like, hey, I saw it like this. Da-da-da. It's the call. Like that. Do you know how strong of a man you have to be to say that to anyone? Like an adult male. That's like intimidating. Be like, travel. No, it's 2 steps together. Well, you're LeBron. You would know. Who am I to even intrude on this idea? You know what? You're right. I'm so sorry. Why would I even blow into this? My apologies. I have a show. It's like Love is Blind. I want to pitch it, except it's just called Undercover Uggo. It's 11 hotties and one absolute clapped bunter just amongst them. And you have to, just through questions alone, it's like, what do you like to drink? 1942? I was like, okay, yeah, it's a hot chick, probably. How much is that? I don't know, like $40. Okay, well, you shouldn't know what it costs. You shouldn't be paying for stuff yourself if you're hot. That's the Uggo Eliminator. It's true. It's kind of weird for me being 25 and still living so close to a college, because like I'll flirt with like a 21-year-old by accident. It's a totally different world, bro. Some girl told me she grew up not reading any of the Harry Potter books because there wasn't enough gay wizard representation. Are you fucking joking? Dude, I grew up not reading any of the Harry Potter books because wizards are gay. And I thought that was the default setting. Alright, thank you guys. My name is Sean.
Sean. Give it up for Sean, everybody. Our night isn't over yet. I appreciate all of you for staying. Are you leaving? As I said, that I appreciate you for staying. Yeah. Anybody else? Yeah, okay. Just don't go in the sea. One time I said that at this open mic, I was like, no more pee pee poo poo on the floor, boys. Were you there for that? 2 minutes later, somebody raises their hand. Not even, like, I ruined the vibe to the point where comedians didn't even want to heckle me anymore. And they were like, what do you mean by that? And I was like, it's a joke. But you know it's not a joke? The talent of this next comedian. Please, give it up for Alan Weiss!
I like how everybody leaves when I go up. You know, they just falter. Like, I don't want to listen to this. Well, thank you for staying. I appreciate it. My name is Alan Weiss. Thank you. People have an issue with spelling my name, especially my first name. It's Alan. But for those who can't do it, here it is. You can't spell Alan without anal. I don't like anal, but I am anal, so this shouldn't be a shock. I am an accountant. I'm also dyslexic, which is weird mix because I might make a mistake. But don't worry, it's not fraud, unless there's intent. Unless there's intent. I went. Let's see. That would be that one. Okay, so I went to a wedding, and this woman converted to Judaism, and I asked her what it was like, and she said it was great, but the final exam was really tough. I said, what was it? She said they took you to an apartment store, and you failed if it wasn't on sale. So I was talking to my grandma. I'm Jewish. I talked to my grandma, and she's Jewish too, and I asked her, well, what do you think about Jesus? I was just curious. And she says, well, I like him. He's one of our boys made the big time. One of our boys. I said, yeah, that's a good way to put it. I had a girl over. And that was cool. And at 3 a.m, she's like, hey, I'm like, I'm sleeping. And she's like, hey, I'm horny. And I'm like, I'm sleeping. Go back to bed. So I told my boss, and he gave me a performance review. So apparently he didn't appreciate that. Not him. I wasn't sleeping with him, but he didn't appreciate that I didn't take care of the lady. I took this girl out. She got a water. I paid. It was at my house. I paid the water bill. She said she wanted to be exclusive. I'm exclusive by default. I don't know that one. Okay. Okay. So here I'm trying to do news articles. I've been looking at news articles and trying to create up jokes. So Congress passes a short-term extension. You don't even heard about this. They passed a short-term extension to avert the shutdown. That's like asking the professor for extra time. You know you're just going to get docked 30 points. I think it's interesting, cancel. You know, you're going to cancel people. Someone's talking about canceling. And I think it was interesting because isn't that when you go to prison? You get canceled? Or die, when you die? And if you get uncanceled, does that mean you get resurrected or you get out of prison? So apparently Warner Brothers was trying to see if they can uncancel J.K. Rowling. I said, how? Sorry, I have bad allergies. I said, but how? And she's like, by making her a villain. And then she realizes the evils of her way by making more millions. I found that there was an article that said young workers don't want to become managers. They are a surprising bunch, these young guys, for a group that demands to be the boss. It's an interesting group. I went to the doctor. I'm at that age where I went to the doctor, and while he had his fingers in my ass, asked me if I had any concerns about my sexual activity. I said yes. I don't have any, but now I do. But that was included in copay, right? I hope. That'd be an expensive bill. what that says. Okay, more headlines. Because I just was writing headlines this whole week. That's all I did this whole week. So we're gonna write more. Tell you about more headlines. Okay. Oh, I lost it. Okay. Some of these are kind of horrible. Okay. Biden calls leaders to the White House to as the shutdown looms. Is heard yelling, "Last call, drinks on me." This is a very dark one. U.S. serviceman dies after setting himself on fire outside the Israeli embassy in the protest of the war in Gaza. The Israeli embassy ambassador is being heard. We only listen to burning bushes. That's dark, right? Okay. Tough crowd. Okay. Or horrible joke. Anyway. Inside the surprising link between ADHD and chronic fatigue, there's a link. That's a surprise. Should be more like, and the surprising link between being calm and not having chronic fatigue. Okay, more jokes. Okay, the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court threw out Trump's the Supreme Court just threw Trump's 2024 trial schedule into turmoil by pouring gasoline on it and lighting it on fire. Burn, baby, burn. I don't know how else they did it. Judge kicks Trump off Illinois' primary ballot. Don't know if you heard about this. But puts her own order on hold, at which time she could be heard yelling, "Edit, undo." Satellite images show what winter storms have done to California's landscape. California responds, "I woke up like this, no makeup needed." Squatters set up at a Hollywood Homes Hill. When police knock, an OnlyFans model answered. Apparently her home ownership isn't the only thing that's fake. Parents are hiring their kids' concierge moms to help out their kids in college. I just call that a maid. Okay, so those are some, headline jokes I wrote. You got to write them. You gotta practice the online jokes. Okay, and then we'll just keep going. Don't have anything else there. So I'm on the spectrum. Woo! Yeah, thank you. I asked my therapist how she knew. I asked her this, and she said, "Your shoddy connection to people." She tried to teach me how to love. And I said, she told me my love language is touch. And I said, I don't like to be touched, except for one place, my heart. Gotcha. Ladies, any ladies? Ladies? I went to a brunch, and at the brunch, they asked me. I said, "What should I bring?" And they said, "Bring the fluffiest pita you can find." So I was in the Whole Foods feeling up all the pita. I was like, "Oh, this one's kind of hard. This one's kind of soft. Oh yeah, this one's just right." And I was thinking, if someone saw me, they're gonna think I'm a pedophile. So instead, I brought sourdough. Some sourdough. I said, Mom. So I went to it was in my CFO's office, and I was in the CFO's office, the CEO, the billionaire CEO, comes in, and he's pissed. He's like, "If the board doesn't give me what I want, I'm gonna quit." And then he turns to my boss and says, "Don't worry, you can come with me and work at one of my other companies." And then he looks at me, and then he left. I was like, "Damn it, maybe next time." I try to approach girls. I try to go up to them, just help me with social. And I see a girl at a beach. I to go up to her and go, "You look gorgeous." And this usually turns out where she goes, "Thank you so much. You made my day." Or her boyfriend will go, "What did you say?" And I'm like, "I'm on spectrum. Shoddy connection. You're breaking up? I hope. Date next Tuesday? Anal? No? Okay. Thank you very much. My name is Alan Weiss. Thank you. You can find me at Alan W. Weiss.
Give it up for Alan, everybody. And here he is, straight through the currents. fresh from the restroom, Will Cable!
All right, Sam. All right. Do this.
All fresh, like a little dog running around. Oh, that's terrible. Lenny is young. I didn't realize that. I ran into him in the restroom too. Yeah. Anyway, I'll just continue. Yeah, I've heard so much here tonight. So many of you. And now I can't remember. So we'll just put the glasses up to let you know how old I am. I have to scratch my eyes here. Yeah, I'm trying to recover from being a father and a husband. It's a little awkward when your son isn't like you. You know, the straight A student, varsity athlete, rather a disappointment. Has the 4.2 GPA, divided in half, and that's what I had in high school. Oh my God. That kid, when he was 7, he hit the game-winning run in Little League. On the way home in the car, he said, "Dad, you have no idea what it's like to be as good as me." I said, "That's okay, son. Keep pushing the car. We're almost to the gas station." That kid. We were quarantined with him in COVID for, I don't know, what was it, 1-2 years? Time had no meaning. When it came to the end, his mother and I were like, "We're going to have to get out tonight." On the night we got out, he came barreling in after baseball practice. Right past us, I was like, "Nicholas," he just went on the phone, that very important phone call of a 16-year-old. In his room, slammed the door, and I was like, "Let me go tell him we're going out." I can hear him in there, flexing in the mirror, berating his friends on Xbox, you know, whatever a 16-year-old narcissist does. I was like, "Screw it, I'm not going to tell him. He's not even going to know we're gone." We get to the concert. When we get out, there's a white guy with dreadlocks. Comes up to us, says, "Do you need any Molly, shrooms, or acid?" And I'm like, whoa, guy, we're parents. Better give us all 3. We don't get out much. $100 later, I'm feeling good for a change. Walk down Shakedown Street. You know, hear a little didgeridoo in the background, that blah. Oh, that's my cell phone. "Hello, Dad. I broke my nose." I'm like, "No, you didn't. Not tonight, son." Click. Went right back in my pocket. I mean, I just seen him, like, how long ago? 20 minutes ago. And no. I called him back. And I was like, "Son, what do you mean your nose is broken?" And he said, "Well, today at lunch." And I said, no. It's not happening. And I don't care. Oh, yeah. He's just different than me. I didn't play baseball, and that's his thing. He's really into baseball. He'll be up there getting ready to, you know, again, the game-winning run or something will be going on. And it'll be the full count thing, the 3-2. And everybody's saying, you gotta protect. So I'm like, "Son, $20 says you're going to strike out." And he'll just turn around and go, "Dad, it ain't going to happen." And $100 says you're loaded. Next thing you know, he's on second base, and I'm hitting the ATM, coming up with $120. Oh, I love that kid. Then you have his brother, the left-handed one, the dreamer, the always naked one. A couple weeks ago, I was sitting on the couch, and I could hear him in the shower, and that's where he gets his ideas. He's in there, and you can almost hear the light bulb go off, and you'll hear the shower shut off, and you'll hear, "Dad, I had an idea." Then I'll look up, and there he is, naked, soap running out of his hair, puddle of water all around him, unused towel thrown over his shoulder. I'd be like, "Dad, I'm going to make a non-stop flight from LAX to Bali." And I'll be like, "Really?" And he goes, "Brah." I'm brah. Found that out. It's going to be a game changer. 6,718 miles, 9th longest flight in the world. I'm like, I don't want to stifle his creativity. So I don't say anything except for that one time where I ran into him. In his room, we were both naked though. I had rinsed the soap out of my hair, dried off, and was not making a puddle. He came out of the bathroom, barreling at me, no towel this time, just naked with the soap. And he slid into me, and I was like, Adam, you have got to rinse the soap out of your hair. And he paused, and he goes, Dad, when you're making fried chicken, you have got to double batter it. Like they do on the flight from LAX to Bali. Oh, man. It's different. I guess better now. I mean, I honestly must say it's better now being a child than it was like in the 70s. Where, I don't know if it just didn't matter, or I guess maybe my dad was a Navy captain. All right, how can we go like this? And I guess he needed chaos in his life because he was very uptight a lot, used to giving orders, but occasionally he would let down his guard, put me in danger, and have a good time. Like later in life, he was like, all right, we're going to go fishing in the Bahamas. And so we took this little skiff out on the edge of the Atlantic, and he was very concerned about getting the anchor stuck. So we threw it over, and I think I flipped that joke. But anyway, he didn't want to get it stuck, and he gunned the boat in every direction. Next thing I knew, we were fishing, and there was God damn, I'm just... Sorry. We started fishing. And next thing I knew, we were catching parts of fish. And I was like, okay, this is a little odd. But then I realized where the parts of fish were coming from. It had to do with the sharks catching the fish on the way in. End of the day, we go to pull the anchor, and it is stuck. And I was like, okay, we're just going to have to cut the anchor and go back. And my dad said, no, you're just going to have to swim down there and get it out. And I was like, not tonight. And he goes, well, why don't you just get in the water and tell me how you feel? And I said, I don't even going to have to do that. I can tell you right now, I'm going to feel like I shouldn't be in the water. All right. I'm just going to cut it here because I can't remember anything. All right, sorry.
Dude, someone's coming out the bathroom. It's like, I don't know. But give it up for Will. Okay, thank you everybody for coming out tonight. It's been a funky Friday. Jason, Cece, Ryan, I love you. Sunda, I love you the most. And I saw you said no.
Do you guys want to hear a song?
Yeah, I mean, come on, you can't do worse than that.
Shut up, guys. I was full of comedy.
So good.
We doing it or what?
Okay.
Okay, come on.
It's funky Friday.
This is the only day you actually can sing.
Give it up for Cece, try that.
Alright, let me find the file, guys. So, this is a song. I have to look at the lyrics a little bit because it's kind of new. But, so recently I became a Christian, but then I realized I actually was not a Christian. I just really liked Christian rock. So, this is a little jam that I wrote about that. So, okay, let me just get there. Get that. Okay, so. Imagine I'm playing piano right now, okay? Sitting in a car, feeling kinda sad. At a red light, got yelled at by Dad. But I turn on Z100, and what do I hear? Compassionate voices singing in my ears. Didn't think I like it, cause it normally sucks. I mean, Christ himself is a little bit sus. But when life feels like it's off the rails, some preachy, wholesome bullshit really tips the scales. Listening to Christian rock, unironically. Listening to Christian rock, unironically. Drowning out Dad's mean comments with theology. It sounds kinda gay, but I really like the melody. You guys know it, sing along.
Keep the music close to the microphone.
Can't remember why I wanna crash my car. I just know affirmations and acoustic guitar. Mom and Dad say, you'll never please us, but I just turn up the volume and I sing about Jesus. I'm not going to church. I'm not praising the Lord. It's a conservative cult, and I'm really not on board. But something in that music, I just can't resist. I guess I'll try not to think about the shit Pope Benedictine. Listening to Christian rock, unironically listening to Christian rock, unironically shouting at a guy on the sidewalk. Chaotically, they tell me, you're God's child. I say, fuck yeah, I am. And they say, you're one of us, except I'm not Christian. Wait. Can I listen to the music if I hate Sunday service? I mean, religion's an oppressive system that should probably concern us. And how can I ignore the lines about how God is a man if I love Little Women and believe in feminism? But this music makes me feel good. And what's so wrong with that? 'Cause wasn't Jesus all about drinking wine and singing songs that slap fat ass? Here we go! Listening to Christian rock, unironically. Listening to Christian rock, unironically. Thinking about ripped Jesus, erotically. Finding inner peace in my 04 Toyota Camry. Thank you. Oh, yeah, for sure. Hi, I'm CC Trez. You can find my Spotify or my Instagram. Oh, actually, my Instagram is CECETRZ, but my Spotify is now Treza. So, yeah. Thank you.
I've been Sam. Good night.